everyone, and welcome to I Know You Know, your one-stop knowledge sharing platform for all things careers, life after high school, as well as opportunities that are available to you. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. First of all, please subscribe if you haven't and click on the notification bell so that you can know when I do post my next video. Secondly, please like this video. Liking my videos will help them rank higher on the YouTube platform and will help people find the information easier when they're searching for similar things. And lastly, thank you so very much for reaching 4,500 views. We are on road to 400 subscribers. So thank you very much for all of you who've been sharing my content, who've been liking my content, commenting on it, suggesting it to people who may be asking you similar questions, and just growing the family in general. Thank you very much. So this video is about mentorship. The reason I decided to film this video is I realized that my journey and where I am right now has a lot to do with the role the mentors in my life have played. And I think that I should film a video about mentorship, what it is, especially to remove the kind of exclusivity there seems to be for mentorship. Like maybe some people think that you need to be some important person to have a mentor, or you need to be some, I don't know, doing some fancy things to have a mentor. But actually everybody in life could do with a mentor, because whatever it is that you're doing, there is someone that's more experienced than you, or who's walked the journey that you are currently walking, who can advise you and likely give you information that you would never have gotten before. This video is dedicated to talking about mentorship, what it is, what role it can play in your life, the different kinds of mentors, and how to find a mentor as well, if that is what you want. Stay tuned and find out how you can improve your career by having a mentor. Let's get into this. What is a mentor? Now, according to my experience and different sites, the summary I can pretty much give is that a mentor is a trusted and experienced advisor. And what this means is that this is someone that you can trust, obviously, and someone who's obviously more experienced than you. It might not necessarily be in years or age-wise, but maybe in their knowledge of whatever it is that they're mentoring you about. And what then happens is that you form a relationship with the person, and the goal of this relationship is to really help the mentee with their growth and development. And this can happen in many different ways or form, as you do know that a person has a lot to them, and growth and development can be measured in different ways across different spectrums and across different areas of life as well. And so, as you can imagine, there are different types of mentors as well. Some examples I could give is experienced leader. So this could be maybe in your industry or whatever topic it is you're interested about. There could be someone that's just more experienced than you, who could be guiding you in your journey to getting to their level or even better. Secondly, there could be just a life mentor. So this would be someone that's just literally advising you about life in general, how to go about life, and the different things that are not necessarily specific to any career, but about just your life. There could also be a coach. This is usually more specific towards maybe specific skills that you might be trying to work on, or specific attributes, or weaknesses or strengths. This could be where you have a mentor that is in the form of a coach. Now, the role of the mentor is not to be with you 24/7, 365, but they are more of like a sounding board and someone that you come to every so often. So they're not there to help you with the day-to-day decision making. That's not the goal, but they're there to guide you, like give you overall guidance in what it is that you are seeking mentorship about. Let's get into why you need to have a mentor. First of all, the mentor can provide guidance that you can trust. Since you will have sought this person out, or they might have found you, I'll get into that later on. This is someone who you know has your best interests at heart. So not only can they help you with information, since they possess much more information and knowledge than you do, but they can also advise you and become your sounding board in whatever it is that you need advice on. Like maybe you have some ideas that you feel like you want to communicate in a safe space before you pitch them out there or before you pursue them. This is someone that you know will give you real advice, will state the facts down and not lie to you just for the sake of, I don't know, keeping you happy or whatever the case may be. This is someone who you know is in this purely for your growth and development. And maybe that might not be the only reason why they're in this, but that's definitely one of the main reasons why they are in this mentorship relationship. Secondly, your mentor can actually help you improve. So depending on whatever it is that they're mentoring you about, your mentor actually can see the blind spots that you can't see. So maybe in your journey, you think you're doing your best, you're doing this, you're doing that, but they can maybe say, have you considered this, or have you looked at this instead? This will help you improve overall, since you actually have an outside perspective of what it is that you are trying to do. Secondly, they can provide encouragement. This will definitely help you improve because it will give you the kind of boost you need to pursue what you want, to go for your dreams, and to really just hear from someone who's more experienced and more knowledgeable than you that what you're going for is worth it and that you should keep going. Everybody needs this kind of motivation every now and then, and mentors can play a critical role in providing this sort of encouragement, which will then lead to your general improvement. Thirdly, mentors can help broaden your network. Now, as mentioned, your mentor is normally someone who is more knowledgeable or more skilled in whatever area that they're mentoring you about. So what this means is they might have also been around for longer, as in they're older than you, or have been in various industries or more places than you have been. What this means is by having a mentor, you open yourself up to a wider network, because perhaps during your discussions, there might be something that comes up about something you want to do, and they might not necessarily be that knowledgeable about it, or they might know someone who's as interested about this as you are, and they could link you up. This really just creates that extra room for getting to know more people, but more importantly, increasing your net worth, because you know what they say, your net worth is your network. Get a mentor that will just open doors for you. You know, it shouldn't be a case where you are using your mentors just for the sake of their network, and this will actually be quite evident in your relationship. And I think when it is evident, then chances are they will not be linking you up with their networks. So a lot of the times the network becomes like part of the package and not necessarily the main thing, because as they get to know you better, they then get to know which people will be of value to you, or which networks or industries or ecosystems will be of value to your journey. So get a mentor. The fourth reason why you should get a mentor is that you can learn from the experience, especially if they're in the same industry as you are, or they're walking the same journey you want to walk in. There's no reason why you should be making the same mistakes they did. And what you can do from then having this mentorship relationship is just learn from their mistakes and do better than they would have done when they were in your position in their journey. So this will really save you a lot of trouble, probably time as well, energy, sometimes money. And who wouldn't want to save those things? So guys, get a mentor. Get you a mentor. The last reason I want to give for why you should have a mentor is that this is free resources that are out there. By pursuing, cultivating, and maintaining mentorship relationships, you really just have access to a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of network, a wealth of advice and motivation that could end up improving your career so much for free. And I know that recently there are various platforms that where you can pay to get a mentor, where you can pay a mentor or somebody to mentor you. And as much as those do exist, the more traditional form of mentoring still exists as well. There are people that are out there that are passionate about developing young people, that are passionate about improving the lives of young people and advising people who are walking the same journey that they walked. And so definitely this would be free for you. So get a mentor. I also want to touch on a couple of points of things you shouldn't do when you have a mentor. First of all, do not feel entitled. Even if the person agrees to mentor you, they don't have to. Please approach your relationship with the knowledge that this person is really giving up their time, resources, and whatever else they could be doing to help you and to guide you and to improve you and in your journey. And so do not feel entitled to whatever advice, service, or guidance that they're giving, because no, that's just not it. Okay, don't do that. Secondly, don't use mentors. Don't get, as much as it's one of the benefits of having a mentor, the fact that doors will open for you, don't get a mentor just to use them. A lot of mentorship relationships actually end up being a two-way street, in the sense that you end up benefiting each other. And so go with this in mind, in the sense that as much as you are a person who wants to learn and improve and grow in whichever journey that you're in, your mentor also has their own goals and things that they are pursuing. They might not be the same as you, but they definitely are also pursuing some things. So one thing that you can do, I know, is, for example, nominating your mentor for awards in the industry, or for whatever recognition there is. Secondly, just recognizing that they're a person as well. So in your mentorship relationships, finding out how they are as well, finding out how they're doing, finding out what it is that they're going for. And I mean, some mentors might not be open to sharing this, depending, of course, on the type of relationship you have, the type of mentorship relationship you have. Some mentors might not be willing to open up to you in that sense. But just don't go into this robotically expecting this person to just be giving up their time for you and to make everything about you. Realize that they're also a person with goals, dreams, and hopes, and see if you can play a part into them. Now that you've heard all of this, you're probably wondering, how can I get myself a mentor? So I'm going to discuss a couple of steps of how you can get yourself a mentor, or a couple of ways rather of how you can get yourself a mentor. Firstly, realize that a mentor does not need to be one-on-one. What this means is that you can actually follow a person you hold in high esteem on social media. You can read their books. You can watch some of their previous interviews. And in this regard, this person will still be mentoring you, just not personally, but they're still guiding you, they're still advising you, and you still get to learn from their experience. So that is a form of mentorship relationship that you shouldn't disregard, because it really does contribute a lot. And it's probably the most common form of mentorship, since not everybody can be linked with everybody it is that they hold in high esteem. Secondly, attend conferences, events, keynote speaking engagements, and whatever other gathering there is where your mentor might be, or your potential mentor is. And I know in COVID times there aren't any gatherings and not many events going around, but perhaps there are virtual things that are happening. I know there have been a lot of virtual things that are happening that you can just attend, and this is even better because you don't need to spend resources going to places. Of course, you might need data and whatever to log into like a Zoom meeting or whatever, but it's now at your fingertips. So through these, you can actually get to meet a lot of people. You can actually get to know your mentor or potential mentor a little bit more, and you can just get to gain a wealth of knowledge through the event itself. But this is definitely a sure way of meeting people, especially when it's in person. You can definitely attend the event, and then after the event, just squeeze in a little talk or ask questions during the event. That's the one thing I'd really advise people to do quite often. Ask questions during the event. A lot of the times, the keynote speakers or panelists will remember the people that ask questions, will remember the people that ask very good questions, and might be even open to discussing after the event. And this could really get you in on having a conversation with them, and maybe even squeezing in we should actually do this more often, don't you think? Wink, okay, not the wink, but you get what I'm saying. This will open doors into actually opening up a conversation with this person and actually speaking to them. Even if it's virtual, ask questions, even ask them if they are willing to discuss this afterwards. Follow them on the social media platform and actually just say, even if you post on your social media platform and say, hey, I'm attending an event where so-and-so is talking and I'm really enjoying this. They might respond to that, they might like that, they might find it interesting to connect with you afterwards, depending on your contribution to the conversation and whatever it is that took place. The third way you can find a mentor is to approach them. This is probably the most traditional way, the most direct way of getting a mentor. You can literally just email them, call them, ask them on social media or wherever it is that you see them. Just let them know that, hi, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. I'd really appreciate your guidance as a mentor. And be open to the fact that they might say no. But I mean, that's the worst that you could get. Do you know what I mean? That's the worst that you could get. And for a lot of people, them saying no is not because they don't see potential in you, but it could be that they really genuinely don't have time. And you'd rather have a mentor that has time for you than one that doesn't have time for you. And so it's still a win-win in that regard. But you could genuinely just approach somebody, but in this case, I advise that you know what it is that you want from them, because a lot of the mentors or people will ask, why do you want me to mentor you? And you need to be able to say, this is what I'm trying to gain, or you are a leader in this field and that's a field I'm trying to get into, etc., etc. But just know what it is that you want from them. And just in general, for a mentor, knowing what it is that you want from them will actually help your relationship, as you will have defined goals or defined things that you're working towards, and that will help make your relationship much easier, as you will not just be meeting just to pass time or whatever else they could be, but you'll actually be directly and purposefully connecting with them to find out specific information. The next point is be great at what you do. This might not seem like a very obvious way to gain a mentor, but a lot of the times when you're great at what you do, people want to be part of that. People can maybe see, well, okay, this person is actually good at this, but it would be so much better if they could add this as well to their expertise, and that's something I can help them with. And through this, by being great at what you do, you can actually gain a wealth of people around you who genuinely just want to be part of your support system and want to support you into reaching greater heights. Guys, by being great at what you do, you never know who is looking. So just be great at what you do. Be great at wherever it is that you're in, whether you're in school, whether you're working, whether you have a business, whether you're pushing hustle on the side, whatever it is that you're doing, just aim to be great at what it is, because definitely people are looking, and a whole lot of people could reach out to you and offer to guide you. The next thing is to get involved. By getting involved in various things, whether it's school, getting involved in different societies, at work, getting involved in the extra stuff. Like a lot of workplaces have a lot of like extra things you can do, whether it's sports or whether it's just extra things outside of work, man. Like whether it's, I don't know what you call these things. What do you call these things? Whether it's support groups or mentorship groups, mentorship circles, whatever it is that exists, get involved in those things. Get outside of your comfort zone and what it is that you do on a daily basis, and get involved in various things that are out there for you. This can include just attending different events as well that might not necessarily be in line with what you want, what you are, or what you're doing on a daily basis, or even just helping out or volunteering as well. What you might find is through getting involved, you'll be exposed to more people than you would have in your normal everyday circle of contacts. And this might open you up to a whole lot more in the sense of mentors and people that could potentially be guys. You can get a mentor is by making it a habit to reach out. Now, what I mean by this is when you need assistance with whatever it is that you're working on, there are a lot of people around you that might know. So just reach out and ask for their assistance with whatever it is. And you never know what this could lead to. This could lead into a long-term mentorship relationship where they actually see potential in you, or whatever it is that you're working on is long-term and they actually like, I don't mind helping you again. So definitely make it a habit to reach out and ask for help. And it doesn't have to be long-term kind of help. You could literally be like, I'm currently working on this project and I know that you know a lot about this particular project. So can you please assist me? Can I set up a meeting where you can just tell me more about this? And from that, you could actually end up gaining a mentor. And even if it's not a mentor that you meet with regularly, but someone you know is there for whenever you need assistance or support in that particular topic, that still counts as a mentor. I really hope that this information was valuable to you and that it is making you consider, firstly, getting a mentor, or secondly, even giving you more ways in which you can get a mentor for yourself. Do reach out if you have any more questions about mentorship in the comment section below, or even if you want to share how you've benefited for your mentor. That would also be great for whoever's going to be watching the video and looking at the comments. Please do share some of the positives that have happened to you in having mentors. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please do like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can see more of the amazing videos that I have in store for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye.